I'm going to try to be brief, but to tell you the truth, I can't even teach you to pronounce my name in 4 minutes, so I'm going to do my best anyway. I'm going to start off on the same point as actually Chris and Piers, which is the GDPR. What GDPR has enabled is actually trust amongst yourself against each other's administrations, now that we are perfectly harmonized. Why did we do this? Because we wanted to complete the digital single market, because we want to able to allow data to flow, because we want to erase the borders, and also we wanted to erase the asymmetries that existed between us. So without internal free flow of data, basically you could argue that GDPR was pointless. Let's not go to that point. It is extremely important for the trust in the European project. And I must say that the internal data localization measures that we have found in Europe, they are not inconsiderable. My team has found at least 2 dozen, minus 1, because since we did the study, actually Denmark's regulations has actually been improved. But a couple of other ones during the course of study has been added. And just by removing these barriers, you would achieve the same GDP effect as a medium-sized FTA. If FTAs are worth doing, this is actually worth addressing. But I would like to stress that this is not the main reason, because we want to boost the GDP by 0.06%, which is equivalent to Korea. But it is actually because of what we can prevent in the future. We can actually, if we don't go through this now, before new barriers are imposed, we will be in a position actually to impose damage equivalent to 1% of GDP. We are in that position, and the worrying trend that we see in the world is that the world is going towards more and more data localization, mostly for privacy reasons, but primarily for keep European business out of much of Southeast Asia and many of the jurisdictions who want to grow their own services economies. This is a competitiveness dimension that we shouldn't forget about. And this is actually, for me, quite important. So it's not really about just, okay, let's have a real meaningful liberalizing element in DSM, which otherwise is mostly about consumer trust building measures, which doesn't actually do so much for business. This is our chance to build the industrial dimension of DSM. But also, try to look another country in the face and say, why would we trust you when you don't even trust yourself among yourself? This is the narrative we will be facing. So this is the time we have the chance to implement this, because I would believe in 5 years we would have so much data localization measures internally within Europe, it will be too late. It just simply won't be done. And if you're interested in how to pronounce my name, you can check it on my website.